Hey guys, it is late for me to be doing a meal prep. I just woke up. I'm so tired. So I'm only doing this video to keep me accountable and actually keep me going with this because I really just want to be asleep right now. But today I'm making two dishes at the same time. I'm making some chicken crack slaw, which is just a chicken and cabbage stir fry, and I'm making shrimp Alfredo. So that's what's on the menu today. Going to be moving pretty fast on everything today, mainly because I'm so tired, and I have a cheat. I have a cheat thing today that I'm going to do for the chicken Alfredo. So today the two meals are chicken. It's called egg roll in a bowl. It's called crack slaw. It's called stir fry. It's called all these different things, but it's just chicken and cabbage stir fry with some Asian twist on it. So that's what I'm making today. And if you guys have any questions as I go along, go ahead and ask. But this is what I got going on today. So I'm going to get the butter melted over here for the shrimp. And so one of my goals right now is to eat less beef. And I just really want to see how it affects my labs, things of that sort. So I'm not doing beef right now. I'm just doing chicken and seafood. So that's why my meals lately have been as they are, because my goal right now is to not have beef. So I'm trying to keep it, trying new things. And I'm really not a big shrimp eater. So even just the fact that I've been going this long with eating the shrimp has surprised me, because I am not a big shrimp eater at all. My seafood usually is just white fish is about all that I usually do. But different times call for different measures. So I've really been enjoying it. I tried out a new place, Catfish Willie's, last week, and I got the shrimp steam pot or steam something. I don't know what that thing's called. So I did that last week, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I recommend it. So that was a new experience for me in trying that. And so, but yeah, so that's what I got going on right now with, some of this stuff, and just trying new stuff, trying to see how I like it, trying to see how everything responds to it. I'm doing some lab work at the end of next week. So I'm looking forward to some excellent labs through with all of this stuff. Looking for some really good labs. And so one of the things, whenever I'm making some of these dishes, I don't put a lot of oil. I very rarely cook with oil, unless the recipe actually needs it or calls for it or something of that sort. And I know for some people who do keto, they're always looking to add some oil or butter or things of that sort. And I tell everybody my plan and what I do is not the medical keto that people are talking about. And most people who do keto really aren't doing the medical keto. It's more of a extreme low carb diet is what most people are doing. So I'm going to go ahead and get the shrimp thrown in there. And I'm just going to let those kind of simmer. The thing with the shrimp is they really don't have to cook a long time, because shrimp, they cook really, really fast. So this is about just letting them, get a little bit done over in this before I put the sauce and stuff. 'Cause it's going to continue to cook when I add the sauce to it. So I'm not really trying to do a lot with the shrimp right now, because it's really about, hey brother, really about just getting that going. So with the onion, I just put a little bit of chicken stock in here with the onion, and so I'm just gonna let that cook just a little bit while I'm doing that. But anyway, brother, what do you cook today in your air fryer? My brother has been on the air fryer, y'all. He's like a chef now. He's like the king of air fryer cooking. He's been on it, so I'm so proud of him and his cooking. Maybe he'll learn how to cook a meatloaf in the air fryer. You do know you can make a meatloaf in the air fryer. Maybe try that. Meatloaf in the air fryer, absolutely amazing. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my chicken in here to be cooking. I'm going to brown the chicken up. And so, again, both of these dishes are extremely easy. Not a lot, go on with these at all. And that's the big thing. Whatever you're meal prepping, I really want people to meal prep stuff that's easy. Prepping stuff that's easy makes it all worth it, okay? Makes it all worth it. So, as you're going along with everything, just make sure that what you're doing is simple, it's easy, it's something that you could, that you actually want to eat. If you're trying new recipes, I suggest you try the recipe on a non-meal prep type thing before you do it for a meal prep, because you may meal prep a bunch of stuff, a dish, and then you get it and you don't like it, but then you stuck with that for 2 or 3 meals. So if you want to try something new, try it on a weekday or something. Don't try it. Don't try it when you on your meal prep stuff, because you may get tired of that and you stuck with it. So be careful with all that. So now the recipe that I'm doing, the chicken Alfredo, the recipe calls for like using your cream cheese and all that kind of stuff. And I didn't want to get into a lot of that aspect of it because I was really, number one, trying to save money. And so I found an Alfredo sauce that I liked that didn't have a lot of carbs in it, wasn't a lot of chemicals and stuff in it, and I like to try to check stuff out, and it's pretty cool. So I'll show you guys the Alfredo sauce that I'm going to be using tonight. Then I'll show you my cheat code that I'm doing with this stir fry right here as well. And I'm sorry I sound so rough because when I really just woke up. I usually meal prep as soon as I leave church, but I came home and started cleaning up my room and getting stuff done, and did not really get to my meal. So I'm trying to get that together now. So yeah, but with the shrimp, that's about all I'm gonna cook the shrimp for right now. And so then I'm gonna add my sauce. So this is the sauce that I'm using, and it is a sun-dried tomato Alfredo sauce, and it has doesn't have a lot of chemicals. Most of the stuff that's in it is stuff that I recognize. There's nothing in here that I don't know what it is, and so that's what's important to me. That I want to make sure that I know what this is that I'm eating. So this is the sauce I'm going to use. Now again, I could have got the cream cheese and did all this myself, but I just chose not to. No particular reason. Also, that's another trick. If you want to open a jar, if you hit the bottom of it, it'll break the seal up here. So that's what I was doing. So I'm just going to pour that in here. I see, look. Pour that in here. That's done. Got some on my hand. Got to wash my hands. And with this particular dish, it's just going to be the Alfredo sauce. I'm going to add in some roasted red peppers and some spinach to it as well. Those will be added in with this particular, with this Alfredo sauce. So I'm going to get that Alfredo sauce mixed in here with the shrimp. Ooh. I'm stirring too big. I'm making a mess. Got to clean my mess up. I'm making a mess. And so the shrimp, they will continue to cook in the sauce as well. So I didn't, really worry about those getting too completely done on that. So I got the shrimp in there, and then I'm gonna add in some sun-dried tomatoes, spinach, garlic, and basil in just a little bit. But it's a really easy dish, not a lot that goes into that. And that's really what I look for when I'm making a dish such as this. It's all about what's easy. And so with the chicken, it's almost done. And so that's with the, you know, this again, it's only because I am not doing beef, because this is usually something I do beef in, that I do with beef. Now with chicken, you do have to add extra flavor into it because it is more bland. But that's where my cheat code come in. I'll show y'all that in a minute. That's my cheat code come in. So I'm gonna add some garlic and stuff to it. Start building that one up. I'm gonna turn down my Alfredo. So the first thing is I'm gonna put in my garlic, and this goes into both of the dishes. And y'all know I love garlic. Anybody who's watched any of my videos, y'all know that I love me some garlic. Okay, garlic is like amazing. I put it in all of my dishes. There's not much that I cook without garlic. I'm almost done with this one, but I got some more garlic that I just bought, so you can never be out of garlic. That's really, really important. So I have my garlic in there. And then it calls for apple cider vinegar, and it calls for two teaspoons. Whenever it's teaspoons, I usually measure in the top. It's, you know, it doesn't have to be a correct science on that. And then it calls for it calls for soy sauce. This is a replacement for soy sauce. It's called amino acids. You can get the coconut kind, or you can get this one. It doesn't really matter. So everything that I'm using already, it calls for sesame oil. I just put a little sesame oil, but it has such a strong flavor. Okay, so I have those over there. So then I'm going to get those mixed in there, get that garlic mixed in there with it, and it's now smelling like it's supposed to smell, because those sauces give it such good flavor, and they all come together. And sometimes, you know, especially when I first started cooking this kind of stuff, I was like, what is this stuff? I don't even know what this stuff is, but it's just really, really good. So the Alfredo, got that. It's still cooking just a little bit. I got it down on medium. It's down low right now. And so then I want to get my cabbage in here, and I don't want to shred the cabbage myself, so I just buy the cabbage already shredded. And it's gonna look like it's a lot of cabbage, but cabbage really cooks down. It's like spinach. When you cook this down, you don't have as much as you thought you had. So that's the thing with cabbage. And so you will see that as this starts cooking down, it gets to be definitely not as much as it looks right now. So I'm just going to bring up the stuff that's on the bottom and kind of do a little tossing it over there. And so that'll get that cabbage wilted a lot faster. And so you just kind of go up under it and bring it over. And that gets that cabbage down in there. And with all those juices and stuff, it's going to cook this cabbage. So I'm going to turn this down a little bit. And again, this is stuff, and I probably get these done in probably 20 minutes or so, doing both, especially doing them both at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and let this cabbage start to cook down, and then I'm going to finish up. So the other thing is that this calls for mozzarella cheese. So I'm going to get I'm sorry, not mozzarella, Parmesan cheese. And it's one cup of cheese. Well, actually, I'm gonna put that in last. I want to get my sun-dried tomatoes in here, and my spinach. This is more for color than anything else. It adds some good color to your meal, and I like stuff with color. So I'm gonna add that in there. And then the spinach. Spinach is one of those things where you look like you're gonna put a lot of it in there, and it is definitely not, okay? You be like, ooh, that's a lot of spinach. Then you cook it down and you're like, oh, we ain't got no spinach in there. I'm also going to add, no, I'm not going to add cauliflower. So with the spinach, let me get this cooking down. So once the spinach gets cooked down, it's basically done. That spinach will, once that spinach gets in there and it starts cooking down, your meal is really done. And then you just add cheese in on the end. That's all this is. Got to give me a little bit more heat going on with this. Get that cooking in there. And then my cabbage is coming together on the other one. So what I do as I call it my cheat code, is there's a place that's called a Mongolian Grill where you can go in and you can choose your meats and vegetables and stuff, and they have all these seasonings that are absolutely wonderful. And it's really all the seasonings that go into my dish. So what I do, we usually go there every Sunday. So when I went, I created basically the dish that I'm making now, and I went really, really heavy on the sauces because I'm gonna take that and add it into my meal, into my my cabbage right here, and all those flavors. I don't have to buy them basically. I mean, they had all the minced garlic and I mean, just amazing flavors to it. And so I get my little leftovers, y'all. Look at it, that's my little leftovers. It's the same exact thing that's in here right now, except it has way more seasoning. That's the only difference. And so I call that my cheat code, because I get to add all those flavors into my dish, and it's not seasonings and stuff that I have to purchase myself. So that's my new cheat code. It's just fun. I like it, and it's just an easy way to add flavor to this. So the last two things that I'm going to do with this, and while this is kind of cooking down and getting all those seasoning stuff in there, because there's so many vinegars that's added in, the recipe calls for sugar, a little bit of sugar. I don't use sugar, I use stevia, and it also calls for sriracha sauce for some heat, and I just use some plain old hot sauce. So I'm going to do about 3 packages of stevia, and then I'm going to put some hot sauce in it. Oh, look, I dumped it in there. And then hot sauce. I'm also going to put some hot sauce in my shrimp dish, because I like a little spicy. I like it a little spicy. Likes it a little spicy. So both of these dishes are basically now done. I'm getting ready to add my cheese into the Alfredo, and then just a little bit of hot sauce. And again, you know, that's just, the recipe didn't call for it, but I had it once with a little bit of heat to it, and I liked it. It was really good. So that's what this is. So I'm going to let that cook down, get all those flavors in there, get everything mixed up. So that's good. Turn that up a little bit. I'm going to get my 1 cup of Parmesan cheese. So this is going to be 4 meals for me. So 1 cup equals 1/4, and just a little bit of hot sauce. So 1 cup equals 1/4 cup per serving. I mean, it's probably gonna be more than that, more than 4 servings. So anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off because this is completely done. You see that spinach is melted. It just go ahead and whip it on in there, but it gives you great color. I love the color on this. And so I also want to add in some basil. That basil mixes with the other ingredients and stuff, and it's just it really does a great job in bringing a bunch of this together. And y'all know I don't be measuring stuff. It's so rare that I measure. But so the heat has been turned off of this, so this is just I'm just gonna let that go for a little bit. And that's the that's the shrimp Alfredo. Really easy to make. You got some good colors in there with the peppers and the spinach. So that meal is done. And then this is done as well. But so that just shows you how you can get, this could be, for me, this is about 10 meals. I got like 5 of each basically because of how I don't eat big portions. So let me see how many minutes it took me to do this. Sorry, it's moving. In about 20 minutes is how long it took me to make these 2 meals. So there you go. That's how you have it. Now you did notice I did not put salt in either one of these. A lot of the ingredients that I included in these dishes already have sodium in them, so I don't like to add a lot of extra. So these are my meals for this week. I'm done. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in some bowls. And I probably should have put some more spinach in there. I think while it's still cooking a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest of the spinach. Can't go wrong on spinach. And it's gonna sit here and simmer anyway. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add the rest of the spinach on in there. Because spinach is so good for you. Lots of good vitamins in spinach. And so this is a good way to get your greens in. In a meal. And so like with this chicken stir fry, you know, that's a lot of cabbage in there. And cabbages has so many good nutrients and vitamins and all that kind of stuff. It's a good way to get those things in your meal. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that continue to simmer. And that spinach, look, it's already wilting down with that heat. If you have some chicken stock or some vegetable stock, you can add that in there as well. And I don't think I have any more. Let me see, because I've been using so much lately of all the different stocks. Yeah, I don't have any more. But you can always add stock to either one of those, and it really will give you just some good flavors. Oh, I have some vegetable stock. I'm gonna put a little bit of vegetable stock in it, and that just really kind of helps. Because it's gonna be really creamy, and this right here gives it just a little bit. It loosens the cream. It makes the cream not as thick. So I like that as well. But you see all that spinach, it just cooked right on down. Wilt right on down. The heat does it. So yeah. So these are my 2 dishes. They are done. Turn the other one off as well. So I have made my meals for this week. These are the 2 that I'm going to have. I'm still doing intermittent fasting, which means I'm only eating. So with intermittent fasting, what I'm doing is I fast every day for about 16 hours. So I'm getting ready to eat something right now. I don't even know what I'm going to eat because I don't even know what I have done to eat. I may eat some of this. I eat some of this cracked slaw right here. But I'm gonna eat this, and then after I eat this, I won't eat again for 16 hours, and so it'll be lunchtime tomorrow, basically. And so it's really been working out for me. I appreciate it. It's doing good, and so I have not weighed myself at all since I finished the fast last month. Or was it this month? Last month, since I finished the fast last month, I haven't weighed, but I feel good. I feel good. So that is it for today. I made 2 meals. I made chicken, chicken crack slaw, or cabbage in a bowl, or egg roll in a bowl. I mean, whatever. Then I made some shrimp Alfredo with sun-dried tomatoes and spinach. So those are the 2 things that I have today. And so I'm out. God bless you guys. Have a great rest of your Sunday. I hope your week is completely blessed. And do some fun stuff this week too. Like do all kind of fun stuff. And so just enjoy it. Have fun.